So it's Halloween, and you know what that means? It means I actually have to get off my butt and start uploading things. I mean, I've been away forever. Sorry guys, just been real busy lately. But I knew I couldn't pass up on making a Halloween video. Creepiness and video games are certainly two things that go together pretty well. After all, that's why the horror genre exists, to creep you out and scare you. And of course there are those creepypastas based on games, which are all about creepy things that supposedly happen inside other people's games. Some of the more popular ones were fun for a while, but they've gained so much fame across the internet, and most of them feel incredibly overrated. Looking at you, Tailstole! But it's not like developers would actually put creepy things hidden inside their game, right? Right? Guys? I'm gonna have to do a video on all the creepy hidden things in video games, aren't I? Well, I suppose if you've ever wanted to experience a creepypasta, well, they're real now. Let me show you. Here are the top 5 creepiest things that are hidden in video games. Well, since Sonic is such a huge icon of creepypastas everywhere, I decided that it was only fitting that he should be first up in this list. Sonic CD might seem like a pretty innocent game, but if you put in specific numbers in the sound test menu, you'll come across quite a strange message. And by strange, I mean, what the heck? What is this? This doesn't belong in Sonic? And just in case you thought that this somehow wasn't intended to be creepy, that Eggman battle theme from the game plays, and it's playing right now. Apparently, the Japanese text reads, "Fun is infinity, Sega Enterprises." Because this totally looks like fun, am I right? Fun when it's taking your soul. Now this is one that I'm sure a lot of people have heard of, but I just couldn't leave it out. In Mario Galaxy 2, if you look up towards the cliffs in the Shiverburn Galaxy, you'll see some very strange figures watching Mario. What's creepy is that you never find out what they are. They don't appear again in the game, and there's no reason for them to be there. Fans use hacks to try and get closer to these figures, but they couldn't because the figures were just a texture against the background. The fans decided to look deeper into the game's texture files. There they found the textures of the figures, labeled as Hell Valley Sky Trees. The name Hell Valley doesn't turn up at any point in Mario Galaxy 2. There are no levels with the name or anything. The mystery behind these sky trees has still yet to be revealed. I have to wonder what Nintendo is actually thinking here. All I know is, if these figures are revealed in the next Mario game, it will be awesome. We all know that Animal Crossing has quite a weird obsession with saving your game. If you reset the game without saving, the mole Mr. Rossetti will pop up and lecture you angrily. But that's just if you reset it when you're in your own town. What happens when you do it in somebody else's town? This! That's right, your face becomes 3 blank holes. If that's not creepy enough for you, notice how the face looks a lot like those gyroids that you find around town in the game. Apparently they were based on ancient statues called Haniwa, which used to be put near people's graves in Japan. They were said to contain each person's soul within them. It's almost as if they're implying that if you don't save your game when you're in somebody else's town, then you lose your soul. And wow, that's pretty harsh. I think we can all agree that Mother 3 is not as disturbing as its predecessor, Earthbound. Well, at least in the part of the game that you get to play. You see, Mother 3 has quite a bit of unused content in it. There are a lot of cutscenes and enemies that went unused, but are inside the game's code. However, there's definitely one thing in here that stands out more than anything else that's unused. There's an entire unused boss in this game, and it takes on many forms, each one more disturbing than the last. Just like with the Hell Valley Sky Trees, it's a complete mystery as to what this thing actually is, and why it went unused. And soon it morphs into the form of Lucas's brother, Klaus. Considering that Klaus, spoilers, dies at the end of the game, maybe this boss was some kind of shapeshifter that appeared after the original final boss. to torment Lucas about his brother's death. Its final form is whatever this is, which makes me wonder if this is some sort of form of Earthbound's antagonist, Gygus. It was probably cut so the plot couldn't get even more complicated. All I can say is that I'm kind of glad that it's not in the game. I mean, look at it. Internet rumors could sure be weird, can't they? I mean, have you heard that people are saying that apparently there's this game that's hidden inside Microsoft Word 2007, and they say that it's called the Hall of the Tortured Souls? Well, don't worry, that's just crazy talk. There's no such thing as a Hall of Tortured Souls in Microsoft Word 2007. It's in Microsoft Excel 2007. You think I'm lying, don't you? But no, there is a game hidden in Microsoft Excel 2007. With a bit of messing around in Excel, you can easily get to this Hall of Tortured Souls. And that's not just a name that the internet made up, no, it's actually called the Hall of Tortured Souls. What is this doing in a program to make spreadsheets? Just the idea of a Hall of Tortured Souls being inside a program like this is really unsettling. Also, the sky through the windows is red, just so the game can make it exceptionally clear that you're in hell. Though the game itself is pretty simple, you're just in a first-person view exploring this hall. This whole thing is just really disturbing as it just has no reason to exist at all. At least that's what it seems like until you make it to the end of this hall, which you get to by typing in a random code to get rid of one of the walls, where you see a large picture of a bunch of random people. Actually, they're not random. They're the developers behind Excel and this test of sanity. It seems the Excel developers made this just to credit their work. But really? They had to make it the Hall of Tortured Souls? Why on earth would they do that? Are they trying to make us insane so we buy even more of their products? As weird as it is though, I have to appreciate that the developers of a Microsoft Office program actually went to the trouble of making this game. But it certainly gets my vote as the top pick on this list. Well, that's the list. Happy Halloween. I hope I managed to share some Halloween spirit with you. If there's any creepy hidden things in video games that I forgot to mention, don't hesitate to tell me about it in the comments. Well, that's pretty much it for now. See you next time, and once again, happy Halloween. This is the Gamers HQ signing off.